Hi everyone, it's Jean. I wanted to stop by today. I know a lot of people are busy, but I just wanted to share a video with you. I have this beautiful book. It's called The Country Diary Nature Notes by Edith Holden. And Edith Holden is an artist that makes some of the most beautiful illustrations. So as you can see here with these birds, she also does florals, a lot, everything that you can pretty much find in nature in the North America, you're going to see in her illustrations. So this book I purchased off of eBay, I believe, and it wasn't very expensive, but with it being a diary or like a date book, someone had used part of it to make some notes, which was fine. And I decided that I was going to take some of the illustrations and make a few pockets with them. So the first two that I made are these, and this has the kingfisher on it, and then this just has like a berry branch or something. But I thought they would look really pretty stacked together like this. And the way that I made the notch is I just used half of this circle. So if I take the pieces out, you can see they're just half of the top part. So I really like the way this looks, and I think I'm going to go ahead and glue them together, and then you'll have a pocket here and of course a pocket here. And depending on how you glue it to your journal, if you don't glue it all the way down, you can have a pocket in the back as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then I took out some laces and some other things that maybe I would want to embellish with. So we'll just see what happens with these. These two I had pre-made because I was trying out the idea. And I think this looks really good together because you can still see the kingfisher really well. And actually, if I lower this just a little bit more, let me do this before the glue dries. If I lower this just a little bit more, and then I'm going to smooth it out, and then I'm just going to take my scissors and cut off the bottom part of that pocket. Let me see if I need to re-glue it. Actually, it's still... Oh, wait, I was on the wrong part. It's going to need re-glued. So let me put some glue in here. Just a little tiny bead because I like the tags to be able to go down as far as possible. So there's the first one. And then I'm just going to re-ink the bottom of this so it looks consistent with the other. I'm just using a brown archival ink to do this. This is just what I had on my desk. So there is the first one. And I was thinking that one of the things that would make really pretty journaling cards would be some of the pages that have either writing on them, or like, for example, this one doesn't have writing on them, and we can make a tag out of these. So let me, I have this one right here that I have folded in half, and I'm going to get my cutter, and this is, I'm going to cut it hopefully so that it is relatively straight. And then I will cut it on this end. And then I'm going to cut it across the top because I don't need, oops, didn't put that up far enough. I need to have a single sheet. So as you can see, there was some writing on it by the person who had it previously, which is perfectly fine. You know, that's adds to the character of the project. So let me put this one aside. And then the way that I do these is I try to fold them so that I can still see as much of the image as possible. And I probably cut off more of this than I should, but that looks about right. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to leave it open. I'm going to go ahead and cut my notch in it. Right here. These are cheaper, the cheaper hole punches, and when you start getting into cheaper hole punches, you have this situation. So Hopefully I can get it to release. And give me my paper back. Eek. Okay. All right, I will have to either fix that or throw it out. Okay, so this one has the notch, and I'm going to just bend this paper down like this so that when I fold it over, I'm not seeing the part where I missed the notch on the other side. So like that. It still looks like it's chewed up. Ugh. Okay. I may have to use a different punch. I don't know. Sometimes we feel like we're saving money on certain things, and then it ends up being worse than if we had just went ahead and did it with something else. Now, I know I have another punch. Don't know where that might be at this moment. Where did I put that? I know it's right here because I just used it. Okay, well, no worries. We won't worry about it right now. And then let me see if I can find another little... We can actually use this part here with the butterflies and the... Now, Jean, you know very well what that is. Butterflies and... that pink flower that grows wild in your yard. I don't remember right now. Okay, so let me bend this down just a tiny bit. And when you're making a pocket, sometimes it's nice to bend down that top edge simply because the more you pull that tag out and in and out and in, it can cause some fraying of the paper and things like that. So I'm just going to put this right here. I don't know how to put it. If I put it here, how much of this will come off? And I'm just going to put it or bend it around the back, but I'm going to save this other piece. I'm not going to discard it. I'm going to save it. So that, oopsie. Pull that aside, and we will put this one right on the bottom here. A little bird's nest. It's cute. The bird's nest, and then down here we have the butterfly and clover. That's what it is, clover. I could have read it right there. Okay, Jean. Let's get with it. Get with the program. So it is a butterfly with clover. I'm going to add that right here with some glue. Just put some over here as well. Someone was talking about glue recently that I was watching a video, and I know that glue sticks can get expensive, and we sometimes use them up quite quickly. And if we have a favorite brand, and that happens to be the case with that brand, then I do want to mention to you that if you have a Walmart in your area, Walmart has the brand called Pen and Gear. That's their name brand, I believe, or their generic brand. But the glue that I got from them, I got it whenever it was on sale for the kids going back to school. And it has been the best glue. It seems to last a while, as well as glue very nicely. So if you're looking for a less expensive glue, and if you're not a fan of the purple, which I'm not really a fan of the purple, that's definitely a good option for you. So, okay, so we have the bird's nest, and we have, now I know for sure that punch was right here. And why don't I see it? That is too crazy. Too crazy. That's how fast things disappear on me. Okay, so another thing that I wanted to mention. I found my punch. Give me 1 minute. I really don't like the way that hole punched. Okay, this one's just a tiny bit bigger, but it still will do the job, I think. So there, it looks a little bit better, and it's a lot more crisp. I call them a divot. I'm not sure what you call them, but now what I'm going to do with these two is on both of them, there's like an uneven edge on the one side. So I'm going to take some lace or some trim, and I'm going to put that on the side of these. So let me find the other one we did. So this one's the Kingfisher one. So pretty. I love it. So I'm just going to look for something that I might have in my stash that's just like a very thin or narrow trim, so that we're not getting too crazy with trim here. This is one of my favorite trims that I have, and I really don't know where this came from, but it almost looks like it has little flowers on it. And I love that it has a little edging. So let's see how we want to put this on. I'm going to use this one. And I don't want to run it up the whole side. I just want to put it the length of the pocket, the baby pocket, and cover up that seam. You can also cover up your seam with something like washi tape, which I'll get my washi tape out and see if we have something we can use for the other one. Let me just trim this a little bit better. And I'm going to put this on here, hopefully facing the right way. And because it has the flowers on it, I think that helps to make, goes with the theme of the whole. Okay, is that the right way? Or is this the right way? Yeah. The theme of the whole pocket. Now, if you remember, I had made on one of my lives recently a flip-flop type journal, and I used some of the images from the Edith Holden book, and I'm going to probably add some of these pockets to that particular journal. That's what I had in mind anyway. So I have tons of washi tape, and we could even put still a little piece on there if we found something we really liked. Now this little tiny one is really cute. And it has some orange in it. So, excuse me a moment. So let me get my glue stick. And I like to, there is some glue on here because of the glue that I just used, but I like to run my washi tape kind of through the glue too, because if I am putting this in a journal, I don't want it to come apart or... Okay, well, washi tape and glue, that is a tricky thing. So if you're wondering why my fingers are orange, I was using some orange spray, and I must not have put the lid on it tightly. So when I came over to my desk today, I noticed some puddles of orange on my desk, and that's what it was. So I'm going to just put this right on the edge of the trim, and I think it kind of makes the whole piece kind of pop with that little bit of washi on there. Trim this, and then I may put some in a different place. So let me just make sure this stays down, because it's kind of sitting on top of fabric. So, the fabric of the trim. So I don't want it to come apart. And if you have any of these little sewing clips, these are amazing for making sure things stay in place. So let's see if we run just a small piece of the washi across the bottom here. Not the whole way, just part way. And that kind of gives it a finished look with the washi there. And I think I'm going to do one more tiny piece. Oops, that's not good, putting your glue upside down. I think I'm going to do one more piece. Let me just cut it straight. Just a little teeny tiny piece right here. So there we have that pocket where everything kind of matches and looks really pretty. And we have this nice pocket here, and then we have this nice pocket right here. There, my washi tape wants to come up. Let me put a little bit more glue on it because it's not allowed to come up. There's this song I have in my head about a butterfly, and I can't seem to get it out. I don't know where I heard it. Must have been on Instagram. Somebody probably had it on a reel or something. Okay, there. Now we've got our washi going on. And that pocket is basically finished. So I'm just going to put it up here so that it can finish drying. And the other one we have, we could use some similar trim. However, I was hoping to find something that was just a tiny bit thinner. So give me a minute to see what I may have sticking in here. I don't think black's really the color. There was some black there. This is pink. Pink would be cute, but it's a little bit thick. Okay, let's see. I know that I have some that is off-white. Let's see about this one. This one looks a little bit thick, I think. Depends on where we put it, I suppose. No, too thick. So I hope everybody's having a good evening. My family doesn't do anything for the holidays, so that's why I'm able to spend some time here with you guys. So that's always fun to be with our crafty friends. So what I'm doing here is I have a doily, and I'm going to cut it so that I can get the crocheted edging off. And then, you know, you keep the other part too, just in case you need to use it for something. So, and just pull it out like that. And this will be a fabulous color for this. I'm going to turn it this way, and I'm going to cut off this little guy. Kind of looks like a snowman. Everybody's thinking of snow. And let's see how high. I don't want to take it much higher than the first pocket. So let's see what would be the best part to put on. You know, this would, I'm kind of changing my mind because I think it would look really good on the bottom. So let's see. I may have some other cute washi tape we can use just for this edge. This floral one is pretty. So we'll take that one out. And let's see what other smaller ones I have. I know I have several skinny ones, so let me just find. This blue one is kind of interesting, but it doesn't really match what we're using. This is purple. Let's see, we need one with some pink in it. Although this is cool right here. How about this? This is kind of like a floral-y, but it's more marbled. So let me find where the beginning is, because I don't think I've used this one before. I don't know what has happened to my fingernails this winter, but it's been hard on them. Hard on my fingernails. And it's not like I've been shoveling any snow. We've had snow here, but not anything that interrupted our lives, thankfully. So, all right, that looks nice, and it almost appears like it belongs there. That's what I'm talking about. There we go. That looks beautiful. I love that. Okay, so we're going to take this little piece and we're just going to put it on the bottom. So let me zip across here with some. Now this glue that I'm using is, of course, the art glitter glue. If you're not familiar with it, it's kind of like Fabri-Tac, but you can use it just like with Fabri-Tac that you can use on paper. This you can use, it was originally designed for applying glitter, pardon me. And so it works with fabric. It also works with paper. So it's a really nice, non-toxic okay, that is so cute. I really like how that dressed up the bottom of the pocket. So if you have doilies that maybe that you've gotten at the thrift store or another location where they're kind of tattered and worn, you know, there's no reason why you can't use them in your art projects and give them a new life. So don't worry about using doilies and other fabrics that you find, because if they're going into the landfill, you might as well enjoy them and use them in our journals. I mean, after all, we make junk journals for the most part, or those of us who do use some type of kit or something like that usually do include things that we've tea-dyed papers or found papers. So, you know, doilies are an excellent resource. You can use the laces and the circles or whatever you find. So this is the leftover piece from that part that we used here. So what I'm going to do, if I can reach my stapler without causing a big crash, I have just a little bit of, I'm not sure what type of fabric this is. I'm pretty sure it's some type of cotton, but it's a really nice, firm, but cool fabric that frays really nice, which is what I like. And you can stain it a little bit if you want to. And I'm actually thinking, do I want to keep that folded? I think I'm going to take my trimmer and just trim it off. That way it will not be in the way. Okay, I'm going to pull it under here. Pull it under here and trim it off. I didn't even trim it all off. Okay, only trimmed a hair of it. I'm trying to get the hang of using my little chopper doohickey thing here. And then I want to put a straight edge on that. Okay, so there we have a cute little tag. That's adorable. I have to remember that I can make a tag out of that. And then I have this little piece of fabric. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the fabric. Let's go ahead and take our dauber. Dauber, where did you go? I need you. I'm going to make sure this is all nice and inked up. And then I'm going to take this little piece. I'm just going to fold it around. I want to fold it around so that there's still enough of the tab showing that you can, there we go. I like using staples because I think they add to the artisticness of your piece. And what I normally do, and I just don't have my hammer with me, but what I'll do is I'll take a hammer, just a little one, and pound down these pointy ends. That way no one will hurt themselves when they need to write on their tag or if they're pulling the tag out. I want to try it back here. Now, I left this tag open in the back because I want to be able to glue it down. And it looks really nice there. Let's try it over here in the Kingfisher one. Because the paper is thin, they don't always want to... What's the problem here? What is the problemo? They don't always want to go in smoothly. There, we can actually put that one right in the Kingfisher one. So hopefully our washi tape has adhered. If not, I can go back with the art glitter glue. So here we have a cute little tag to put in the one with Kingfisher. And let me see what other papers we have. So we could do the same with these two pieces. Let's see. There's nothing on that one. Let me see what's on these. These are just some pieces that I pulled out. One nice thing is that the person who used this particular book, she wrote in pencil. So if I needed to, I could erase some of this, and then she would, you know, we would have more room to journal. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to I like this flower here. So I'm just going to cut this somewhere right around here. Do I want it that skinny? No. Let's do somewhere around here. Okay, this is going to be a smaller tag, and that's okay. We will... The nice part is that the whole back of it is empty. So if someone wants to journal on it, they can. Just using this line as a guide and trimming that off right there. So I'm pretty sure this goes up this way. So let me see. I'm going to ink the edges. I just love the color of this paper. And some people would say, why are you cutting up this diary? Well, part of the reason why I'm okay with cutting it up is because I have another one of her books that I can actually photocopy if I want to use it in my works. But for this particular process, I'm just going to... these feel weird. I'm just going to use them as they are. So let's see how I want to do this. I'm going to put this here and this here. And I don't know if I have any tiny enough brads for this. Let me check. I do have some that are little flowers, and they would look okay. We could use the yellow or maybe the green. Let's see. We'll take a couple out. So I like the green, I think, or blue. Not sure what color I picked out. I think it's a green. Okay, I do not. Let me get my awl because I don't have a hole puncher handy. And I'll just punch a hole right here so that these can go through. They're so tiny, you don't even need a really big hole. So I'm just going to put... They sometimes bend, being that they're so tiny. So let's see. Okay, I'm going to take this, pull it down. There we have one. I'm going to put the other one down here. And I'll just use the same green. These are one of my Temu buys, this little pack of flowers, but they're not very, they're kind of plasticky feeling, or I don't know, but they'll be okay for the purpose that we're using them for. So I'm not really worried about that. I just kind of wanted to find something to cover over the handwriting. And that way we have a more finished tag, and the little brad pieces don't really interfere with being able to journal on the other side. So if you wanted to, you could put something over these, like some washi tape or what have you. And I may end up needing to do that because of the of it getting caught on the pocket itself. Now for this one, I'm going to staple on just this kind of raggedy part of the doily so it matches this part here. So let me staple that on, and that'll be the tag pull for this particular piece. Let me just trim this little edge that's sticking out. Okay, so we have some journaling space there. And we can stick this tag right down in here. It is a little bit tall, but that's okay. It fits nicely. It's probably feeling tall because of the flowers, but I still really like it. And the neat thing is with this one, it has these two lines here. So if you wanted to title what you were journaling about, maybe you had a walk somewhere and you really enjoyed your walk and you wanted to journal about that, that would be perfect for this particular journal. Now, those are the two pockets I'm going to make right now. I want to show you my flip-flop journal that I started and that it has on the front one of the images from this diary. So let me put these over here. That's washi tape, so we're good. So the front of this has these two little lovebirds, so cute. And I will probably eventually cover some of these, you know, definitely have to cover some of these pages. I used this part, which was the June one, and I have some other pieces in here as well. So I want to add to this page one of the pockets, and I'm thinking, because this one is designed more to go to actually be attached, I think I'm going to attach this one. So let me take this out temporarily. And then I am just going to put glue on this part and on this part. So what that means is I'm going to put some across the bottom as well. So what that means is whenever I put this down and put it in the journal like this, it's only going to glue those flaps. So there will still be a pocket that will be available here. And then of course we have this pocket here. So that's going to be really nice. I like this burgundy paper, but I think it was a little bit flimsy. So by adding the pocket to it with the matching tag, there we have a cute little addition to our flip-flop journal. Now this journal originally, when I designed it, it was designed to be done in an alternating manner. So if this is the bottom page, okay, and we put this envelope as the first one, then we would put this envelope as the next one, okay? And then this is kind of like a flip out. So we would put that next. And then we would put this little tiny envelope here. And then we would put the June piece. And then we would put this vintage envelope. And then here's another piece that flips out that we can do something fun with later. And then here is a piece of tea stained paper with some stencil design on it. Really cool. Here is our pocket page. Here is another tea stained page. Here is a music note page. And then here is the front. So this looks really, really nice. I will probably add some more additions to the journal itself, only because the front page is a little bit shorter than the journal itself. So to make a nice cover, I may add some fabric here, or I may add another piece of cardstock, and that way it will be a more sturdy cover. So with the Kingfisher one, there, that is going down a little bit more now. I think I'm just going to clip it on. I know I have a clip here. Let me not destroy my whole desk finding it. I don't know. I don't think oh, wait. Okay. I have some. I got these tiny little clips. They are so stinking cute. They're, they have like little hearts on them, and I love anything that has hearts. So I am going to clip this right, oops. I think it goes the other way around. Clip this right on here. Come on, baby. Let's clip. And that way we can see the little heart. So there we go. We have some additions to our flip-flop journal, and we used some of our book papers and supplies and doily and some trim and washi tape. So much washi tape that we can use in the future. We definitely are not finished with using washi tape. So that is going to be the design for today. Now, one of the things I want to start doing, I'm going to pull this off real quick, is I want to kind of date things as to when I do them. So this was 24, 24, 12, and 7:53. Okay, that way I just have a little record of when I did this, and so I can remember. I'm not good at remembering. So there is our journal. And I was thinking as I was sitting here that one of the things that I think would be so pretty on the front of the page here would even be like an image like this. So I can't wait to get to decorate the cover. We may do that next and see what interesting things that we can come up with. So thank you guys so much for stopping by, for sharing some of your time with me on this dark evening. And I appreciate you all very much. And I hope you have a great day. And I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.